Hello, thank you so much for watching this movie, and I would like to present about my research is evaluation of cashback determinant factors on mobile payment in Indonesia using UTAUT framework. And my name is Yakob Utama Chandra, and I'm a lecturer in Bina Nusantara University and also the student of doctoral computer science in Bina Nusantara University. And now I would like to present about my research, and this is my background. The smartphone have application with the variety of functions ranging from the communicating via video calls, accessing social media, exchanging email, playing online games, accessing music and video online meeting and online discussion to those relating to the ease of getting a personal needs a day they like a shopping online or managing financial with the help of online banking transaction. To facilitate all the activity of smartphone users, developers are competing to make applications that can help their users in all fields. Are now smartphone means of payment when they own forget to bring a wallet or cash. This is by using mobile payment or shortened by M-payment. Mobile payment or M-payment is defined as online payment services that utilize information and communication technology. And mobile payment provides access to a user via smartphones regarding their savings information that can be used on several transactions that can be done anywhere and everywhere. Meanwhile, with the large number of mobile payment applications, Indonesia application development companies must pay attention to factors that can increase interest in using application. Intention to use in using system continuously with the assumption that they have access to the system. There are many ways to be able to increase to use applications such as attractive application design, user-friendly, menu layout, and application size, and finally the factors that will make an app tempting to use, which to able to do promotion. Now we are talking about the research question. Our research question is what determinant factor of cashback on mobile payment in Indonesia? And research goal is examine what factor influence intention to use in the use of mobile payment when cashback in Indonesia. And then now we are talking about the research model is UTAUT. In the UTAUT, they are about the performance expectancy, the effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, hedonic motivation, habit, ease of use, personal capacity, and perceived risk, and then behavior aspect go to the intention to use and use behavior. And we looking about the questionnaire to the respondents, and we got the validity of our question. There are about the 33 questions, the 33 items questions for respondents, and all of the validity is valid. This is the and until the 33. And how about the reliability? The reliability until 33 is all the 12 variable. The 12 variable is all is valid. Okay. And then using about the mobile payment, the respondent in this survey were are all mobile payment users who took the advantage of mobile cashback program. After the question was distributed both online and on paper, a total of 357 questionnaires that intent questionnaires responded were returned, indicated that the intent respondent answer and return all the questionnaires distributed. Where are there 353 people or 99% who have user mobile payment, and 4 people 1% have never used mobile payment. Data from these 4 people cannot be taken over this study because they never use mobile payment. As many 345 people or mean the 97.2% knew about the cashback, and 8 people about the 2.8% didn't know about the cashback. So the data is 345 respondents are valid data, where data is used for this study. Okay, and now we are talking about the age. Yeah, all of the okay of the 345 respondents to the questionnaire, 5 mobile payment and cashback users, 1.545% were under 70 years old, and 288 people, they are about the 83% with a range of the 18 to 23 years, and 49 per people, 14.2% with an age of category of 24 to 28 years, and 2% or 0.5% to 29 until 34 years, and 1% 0.29% older than 34 years. According to age level, mobile payment and cashback can be used by users of different ages. However, on the average, most respondents were of productive age, in the 18 until 23 years. Thus, it can be concluded that the mobile payment and cashback are indeed more attractive to people of productive age. And then we go to the next page, is about the intensity in 1 week, and how many cashback earned. Of the 345 respondents in this questionnaire, they are said the mobile in 1 week. There are 110 people who make mobile payment less than 5 times a week. There are about the 157 people use 5 until 10 times a week, and 40 people use 10 until 15 times a week, and 38 people use it more than 50 times a week. Based on this intention of use, respondents apparently use mobile payment on a daily basis because they make mobile payment 5 until 10 times a week on average. Thus, it can be concluded that the intensity of system users is a week is quite diverse. That's why mobile payment are a big accessibility for people because of intensity with which they are used 5 until 10 times a week. And how about the cashback earned? From the 345 respondents obtained data based on the cashback that is most often obtained. As many for 54 people of the respondent receive below 10% cashback, and 183 people receive amount 10 until 20% and cashback, and 84 people receive 20 until 30% cashback, and for cashback more than 30%, the total respondent were 24 people. Thus, from the above data, it can be concluded that the most of the cashback obtained is around 10 until 20%. Okay, so we are talking now about the path diagram. Is also same with what we are talking in the before in the UTAUT 2 framework. Is like this. Okay, this is I use about the SmartPLS, and we are calculate on the SmartPLS, and there about the now we are talking table auto loading is all is green because they are above of 0.7, and about the average variance extracted, if the above 0.5 is valid, but if below is not valid, but is all of the variable is valid because they are above 0.5. And now we are entered about the hypothesis tests, and they are about the significant and not significant. So we are discuss about this, and they are significant. They are about the hypothesis 5, hypothesis 6b, hypothesis 7, hypothesis 9, hypothesis 11a, and 11b. So we are talking about the result and discussion. Okay. Okay, and we are talking about the result and discussion now. We already look in the screen that they are about the red arrow is not significant, and the green is significant. The following conclusions are obtained from the result of testing the hypothesis of a research model based on this picture. Hypothesis 1 is from the performance expectancy to the intention to use. Performance expectancy factor do not affect the intention to use. This is due to the advantage of and ease of using the cashback program on mobile payment, increasing the intention of shopping, which result in waste. With the waste resulting is in reduced desire to use the cashback program in a long term. Next, about the hypothesis 2, from the effort expectancy to the intention to use. The effort expectancy factor doesn't affect to the intention to use. This is because the result of the respondents data that the authors get show the mobile payment and cashback program users are in the age range of the 18 until 23 years, which means at the age of productive age is using smartphone and found it easy to use it. So that effort expectancy on the use cashback in mobile payment becomes common, or usual. Now let's talk about the hypothesis 3 is from the social influence to the intention to use. Social influence that doesn't not affect to the intention to use. This is because the user desire to use the cashback program on mobile payment is not influenced by those close to them, but rather is the desire of the user himself or herself. Next, about the hypothesis 4a is from the facilitating condition to the intention to use. The facilitating condition factor doesn't affect the intention to use because the user is from the 18 until 23 years already have a smartphone with very supportive facilities. So making facilities condition doesn't affect in the intention to use in the using cashback program on the mobile payment. So next we are talking about the hypothesis 4b is from the facilitating condition to the user use behavior. The facilitating condition factor doesn't affect to the user behavior. Just like the relationship facilitating condition, about the social influence, facilitating condition doesn't affect to the intention to use. Therefore, it can be explained that the facilitating condition relationship doesn't not affect to the use behavior and in the use of cashback program on mobile payment, because in the age range 18 until 23 years have a smartphone with the facilities that are very supportive. Okay, now we are talking about the hypothesis 5 is from the hedonic motivation into the intention to use. The hedonic motivation factor significantly influence the intention to use. This is because using the cashback program on the mobile payment provide its pleasure in shopping. So when shopping by getting cashback, user can get against to shop. This can be increased to the user desire to use the cashback program on the mobile payment in the long run. The use of technology can create the feeling of the excitement that will make the user considers to the purchase of action pleasant. Okay, now we are talking about the hypothesis 6a is from the habit to the intention to use. Habit factor doesn't affect to the intention to use. This is because user are already accustomed to the using mobile payment before the emergence of the cashback program. Okay, now we are talking about the hypothesis 6b from the habit to use behavior. The habit factor has a significant effect on the use behavior. This is due to the frequency of use the cashback program on the mobile payment, making user better understand detail in the use of the cashback program on the mobile payment itself. So next we are talking about the hypothesis 7, intention to use to the user use behavior. And this is the intention to use factor significantly influence to the use behavior. This is to the user frequently desire to the use to cashback program on mobile payment, making it a habit for use. Okay, now we are talking hypothesis 8, from ease of use to the intention to use. The ease of use factor doesn't affect the intention to use. This is because the result of the respondents data show that the age range from the 18 until 23 years, they have no difficulty in using the cashback program for mobile payment. Okay, so we are next to the hypothesis 9, from the personal capacity to the intention to use. The personal capacity factor significantly influence to the intention to use. This is because in the that age from the 18 until 23 years tend to have ability to adapt well the technological development such as a cashback program on mobile payment. Okay, next to hypothesis 10, perceived risk to the intention to use. The perceived risk factor doesn't affect to the intention to use. This is because there are still many users who are still worried and distrustful of the data they provide to the cashback organizer when using the cashback program on the mobile payment. Okay, now let's talk about the hypothesis 11A. It's from the behavioral aspect to the intention to use. Behavioral aspect they have a significant effect on the intention to use. This is consistent with the results shown in the higher intensity of using mobile payment in 1 week. Okay, so which is 5 until 10 times. Now we are going to hypothesis 11B. It's from the behavioral aspect to the use behavior. Behavioral aspect have a significant effect to the use behavior, just like a relationship or social influence between the behavioral aspect to the intention to use. The intensity of use 5 until 10 times a week also increase the effect of cashback user, like influencing user to replace product by more than they want to because the cashback program on another product. Okay, so this is about the result and discussion, and now we are talking about the conclusions. So based on the result of the data processing related to the analysis of the effect of cashback on the intention to use and use of mobile payment, it can be concluded that the measurement of the result that have been made are the data that the author has complied with the meet and the validity and reliability test. And this is based on the all author loading value, average variance extracted or FVA, and cross loading ground alpha and composite reliability have met the requirement. And also the factor that influence in study intention to use hedonic motivation, personal capacity, and behavioral aspect. But other variable, performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, and habit also is of use and perceived risk have less effect on the intention to use. Okay, so this is the what we are talking about our research, and thank you so much. You are already watching this movie. Thank you.